My best friend I've been in love with since high school just proposed to his long-term girlfriend. I am mainly doing this to express my feelings. A 27-year-old woman, just found out from Instagram that my 28-year-old best friend proposed to his long-term girlfriend a couple of weeks ago, and I feel as though I am mourning a part of myself or my life that might have always been a possibility. For some backstory, we met sophomore year of high school and clicked right away. We became best friends extremely fast and started hanging out outside of school as well. Sometimes I'd go to theme parks with his family, etc. Everyone, including the teachers at school, always assumed we were together, and one of our history teachers even made a comment during class about how we'd make cute babies. It was bizarre and something we often laughed about as adults. Something to mention is throughout HS, we had conversations about how we were physically attracted to each other and how we could see each other as more than friends, but never wanted to risk ruining our friendship over it. So we just remained friends and supported one another throughout the many girlfriends/boyfriends we each had throughout the years. We'd say, "I love you," but always mostly in just a friendship way. We knew we both cared about each other deeply. Until the night of senior prom, it was the first time he had told me he loved me, and I could tell he really meant it. As more than a friend, I told him I loved him back, but I was also upset at him because I had just gotten into a new relationship with someone, and it made me extremely confused. Fast forward to around 2021. We have both been through college, and I'm about to finish grad school. We have kept in touch on and off throughout the years, hung out in person a few times, but communication has been sparse as he's had a long-term girlfriend. I've always respected his relationships and just wanted the best for him. I've just wanted him to be happy, even if that meant it wasn't with me, but we both have known that feelings were still there for both of us. On my 25th birthday, I had planned for something small and intimate. I was about to move to a different state and just wanted to celebrate with the people who meant the most to me. This was him and two of my other closest female friends that I had also known since middle and high school. Things came up and both of them ended up not being able to come, so it just ended up being him and I, which was fine. His girlfriend knew and was completely okay with it, and I was just happy to be able to get to see him again before I moved away. Well, a little drinking got involved and some very emotional conversations, and we ended up kissing towards the end of the night. It was the most amazing first kiss I'd ever had with someone and literally felt like time slowed and like I was in a movie. All of the tension that had built up for the past 10-ish years was finally coming out. This was the first time we'd ever done anything sexual in nature, and it just felt so right. Except for the fact that he had just cheated on his girlfriend. We both felt really bad about it, but also both really enjoyed it. We went back to the car and ended up making out and talking for the next few hours, but nothing else happened. Even though we wanted to, he told me again that night that he loved me, and I said it back. After that night, we started texting every single day. He had confided in me before my birthday a few times, telling me that he wasn't very happy in his relationship. She had cheated on him in the past. He didn't see things with her progressing anywhere, etc. I wanted to support him, but also did not want him to stay in a bad relationship just because they had been together for so long and it was comfortable. Our conversation started to turn more towards him breaking up with her, and not right away, but sometime in the future we would end up together. We even met in person again the week before I moved and talked about how easy life would be if we were together. We talked about joint incomes and how well off we would be together, how much fun we'd have just doing day-to-day things together, and just life as a couple would be. He even changed his job search location to the city I was moving to and told me he'd leave his options open. That made me excited. After I moved, we continued talking every single day. Our messages back and forth were several paragraphs long and always so much thought behind them. That lasted about 2 months, then completely stopped one day, and I never heard anything back from him. I reached out a few times, but never got any response until almost a year later on Christmas Day. He sent a long message basically saying how crazy life had been and how much he was dealing with. I thanked him for responding and being open with me, but that was the last message I ever received. Almost 3 years ago now. Since then, I have looked at his IG page a few times just to see how he's been in life. Him and the same girlfriend moved across country together, and I just saw today that he proposed to her a couple weeks ago. Duh. As much as I want to be happy for him, I just feel sad. I feel like I was strung along for so many years with the hope of one day and as many I love yous. All for him to eventually ghost me and move on completely. I've loved this man for over a decade and just always thought in my mind he is the man I would marry one day. I feel like I'm mourning that part of my life that was always a could be situation, and I just have so many emotions going through my head right now. Edit. Thank you all so much for your responses. I appreciate all of the kind words and even the not so kind ones truly because they've helped me really put things into perspective. I wasn't even sure what I was expecting from posting this, other than I just wanted to get my thoughts out. But after a day of sitting on my thoughts and reading all of your comments, it's definitely helped me to see the relationship for what it really was. I was always a plan B, and that's not what I deserve. I want to be chosen by a partner. I'm ready to completely move on and find the person who is actually meant for me in life. I also want to say I do not condone cheating in any way, and I don't feel good about what I did. It wasn't my best moment in life, and I accept my part in that.